So rumour has it that you've come back on 16 staff. Got to say I'm proud of you. Why did you change back to 15s, and why are you now coming back to 16 pounders?
So I guess in the last 10 years, 11 years, I might have changed about 4 or 5 times, I think. So originally it was entry angle being a little bit shallower into the pocket with better carry. So 16s obviously can have more penetration than 15s from a shallower angle. So that was good. And then it became I wanted to hook the ball more, and the 16s just don't hook as much as 15s. A little to and throwing there until about 2020. And then after COVID, it's just been 15s. I've had some really good results with 15 and 16. But right now, my hand, being in a pretty strong position, trying to get the maximum you can out of the bowling balls at the moment when you're competing against the two-handers on tour. Okay year, it was all right. I had some good results, and I made the most of good ball reaction when I had it in tournaments. The last part of this year, missed the cut in Sweden, went to Romania, and I basically didn't strike for 4 games in one day, and that really annoyed me. I didn't bowl. So that was top of it. So I came home, drilled some of the old 16s I had laying around from years ago, and we bowled that tournament, and I averaged a lot that day, and I bowled.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, I saw that.
800s.
Yeah.
In the final. I went back Wednesday, bowled 4 games, bowled 1088 with 300s. So I'm like, oh yeah, that's it. So called Brunswick, explained the situation. So good at supporting me, so especially on tour, getting everything I need ready to try and have a successful season. So as we speak, those balls are on the way for me to get ready for January.
What do you think about 16 pounders and multi-pin spares? Because I've thrown 16s forever, and I always will. You have to prize them from my cold, dead hands. But what about shooting multi-pin spares? So for me, shooting a 36910 with a 16 pound ball, I just think I love that because I know this is going to run the 9 pin over. I don't need to worry about it. Do you see a difference as well?
Definitely a difference. It's been a long time since I went for a 36910 with 16. But then, there's 2 sides to every coin. So the 310 becomes a lot harder. Like you don't
That's
get the
true.
deflection into the 310
yeah.
and little things like that. I watched Norm Duke throw 16 pounds his whole career, and he's, there's some really good spare shooters in the history of bowling, but he's been the best for me, and he does little tricks to try and take out certain deflections and certain penetrations. It's very impressive to watch him, and you can't really try and emulate Norm Duke, but he threw 16 for a reason.
Yeah, and he's not the biggest guy in the world either. So if he's going to the effort of doing it, there's logic there, surely.
Yeah, and those pins, 3.5 pounds, you'll try and knock them over. There's 10 of them. It's just physics.